Joanna Random on the hill in this one, and the crowd is...
Ball game tonight. The right fielder, number 32, Guy Lipscomb.
Popped up left side. Parks Harbor drifting towards this one. But it's the pitcher that makes the catch. And there's one down. One out and the bases are empty. And now, Ralphie Velasquez. In the air along the left field line. And that's a foul ball. Go one. Kicks and delivers. On the ground, collects. Over to first. Quick start this evening, 2 out in the top of the first. Bases are empty with 2 away. Jake Fox digs in now.
Hurt one.
On the ground, right side. Tries to backhand it, but it gets through. Gets to the bag in time. And they come away with an out after 8. All set for the start of this inning. Now up, Jace Lavalette. Strikeout looking. Leadoff batter retired here in the second. Nobody on with 1 out. Stepping in, Alex Mooney. No score here in the second inning. Got the batter looking for the K. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Coming up to the dish for Akron, Wilfredo Antunes. She started this frame with 7 straight strikes. We're in immaculate inning territory. Outfield pretty shallow here. Fights it off, we'll see another. 2 outs and nobody aboard. That one hit to right. And makes the catch. We move on to the third inning. Digging in for the Rubber Ducks, Tyrese Turner. Ground ball left side. Glove side, but it gets through. Decides to hold on to it, and they come away without an out. Random back to work after the leadoff hitter got on. Christian
Inside.
Up to bat next, lays off for a ball. That catches the corner. Was a little too tempting, even though it was up over the zone. He probably started mentally rounding the bases before he swung the bat. To the right side. Furman. And now a spinning throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Back to the top of the order here. And now, Guy Lipscomb. 0 for 1. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that is out number 3. Velasquez batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a high leverage challenge from the mound. And it did miss the zone. The call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. 1-2 pitch. And there's a ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. She's doing a good job of changing speeds. First the off-speed stuff, then the heat. Now the hitter's off balance. 1 gone. Bases empty, 1 away. Next to hit, Jake Fox. He swung early in the count, and that's been a recurring theme with this lineup. Seems like a big part of their strategy in this one. 0 for 1 so far. And there's 2 away. Stepping to the plate for Akron, Jace Lavalette. Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Might have a more aggressive approach this plate appearance. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. He didn't like either of the first 2 he saw, and now he has to battle down 0-2. And that should be extra bases. He makes the turn and digs for second base. And now the tying run is into scoring position. It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle, a hitter's dream, and a pitcher's nightmare. Quickly in a 2-strike count. We'll see how aggressive he is at the plate. Fly ball to right. And that's the end of the inning. On to the next inning. Coming up to the dish for Akron, Wilfredo Antunes. The hitters in this lineup have been aggressive early in the count, swinging a lot, but then when they get down, they need to be a little more patient. Maybe they take some pitches and extend the at-bats, try to get some base runners aboard. Random, ready to fire again. 1 on, nobody out. Turner in the box now takes strike 1. Tying run is at first. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Gets him looking. And now 1 out. 3 straight fastballs, and he gets out looking at the 3rd one. Pretty quick AB. And now it's going to be Christian Knapczyk. 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time. On 0-1, the delivery.
Ball.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy double play. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Continues to roll on the mound. Righty reliever out the pen. Matt Gage. A shot at save number 1 this season. Random made it through 5 innings without allowing any earned runs. Not the most dominant effort on the mound, but she strung together some good innings and kept them in the ballgame. She held up her end of the bargain. Joanna Random brings in. Sharp grounder, that's through for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's the 3rd baseman, Jace Young. That's in there. Strike 1. Spoils the 2-strike offering, another coming up. Ooh, he missed a chance to do damage there. Struck out looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. Isaac Pacheco digs in now.
Hey!
Grounder might be 2. The flip. There's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. Bottom half of the 2nd. Here's the left fielder, Chris Myers, to the right side. Now 1 out. 1 out and the bases are empty. At the plate, Eduardo Valencia. Batter just wants to get a read on her stuff. That was a meaty pitch, but he let that one go, maybe to get the timing. Could be ready for it if he gets it again. 0-2, and the delivery. Pop-up, foul on the right side. Sabalas has this one sized up and makes the catch. Coming up to the dish for Erie, Brett Callahan. 0 for 4 in yesterday's loss. A little too slow on that heater. He might have been expecting something off speed. 2 outs and nobody aboard. Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2. Got the batter looking for the K. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. We've played 2 innings. Bottom of the inning. And now the DH, Pennington. Fouled off down the right side. 0-2, rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
The second baseman.
And now, Peyton Graham. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Swing and a miss. 2 straight retired to begin the bottom of the third. 2 down now. Seth Stevenson now at the plate. High fly ball towards left center. Cohen on the move to the gap. Gets there. Got it. They're set down. Welcome back. The Seawolves at the dish in the bottom of the fourth. Absolutely unloads on this one to left field. Forget it. A home run. That's a great job of recognizing the breaking ball. Even better, he didn't jump too early at a hanger over the middle. Instead, he stayed back and got every bit of it. Stepping to the plate for Erie, Jace Young struck out looking the first time up. That one in the air to center field. Velasquez in position and makes the catch. Some good fundamentals from the infielder as he ranged back on that play. You can lose track of where you are and start worrying that you're going to collide with the outfielder. Nice catch.
Ball in.
Blank's Disposal Services now offers document shredding. They'll rip through your sensitive information until there's no trace left. And because they use their claws, it's eco-friendly too. Call Blank's Disposal Services today. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. They've only got 1 challenge remaining. Should be trouble here. He turns and heads for second. Not stopping. He's headed to third. The relay throw in there safely. He's been red hot at the dish lately. Got the center cut fastball and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. Myers in the box now. No balls and a strike. Pacheco at third with 1 gone in this inning. Now a fly ball to right center. The relay to the plate. Beats it. Safe. It's 5-2. Eduardo Valencia, the next to hit. These hitters are coming with an aggressive approach at the plate, swinging the bat early in the count. That can spark some offense, or it can put you in a lot of bad counts. And a high leverage challenge from the mound. After review, it was a strike. The call is overturned, so they get to hang on to their second challenge. And he goes down on strikes. Inning over. Ready to work with a lead.
Ball, that's in. Yeah!
In the air along the left field line. And that is a foul ball. That one is absolutely pummeled. That one's back there. And it's gone. Made them pay for that one. Next is the designated hitter, Pennington. Struck out on just 3 pitches the last time. Right-hander kicks and deals. Up the middle, Keelan. Whips it to first on the run.
Got it.
Oh, what a great play. Nobody on with 1 out. Now it's the second baseman, Peyton Graham. Got it. Hey, fans, remember that when either team strikes out 10 times in the game, Big Kale Soda will send every fan in attendance home with a 6-pack of the healthiest soda out there. Stevenson in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. In the air, right field. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front. Here comes the throw. Not going to get him. He's in there. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle. A hitter's dream. Pitcher's nightmare. Big B in the box again. Takes a strike.
Ball 1. Aye!
Swing, soft line drive. Righty reliever out of the pen, JT Brubaker. A shot at save number 1 this season. Random went 5 innings on the mound in this start. Honestly, she was probably capable of doing more for them, and she'd probably tell you the same thing. It'll be interesting to see what she learns from this outing. Joanna Random brings an electric... And here we go. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Henriquez. In the air to left center, and that one looks like it'll be trouble. He turns and heads for second. That's a leadoff double. That at-bat was over in the blink of an eye. That one was right down the middle, and she regretted it as soon as it left her hand. Wyatt Young stands in now and watches strike 1. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Not what the offense was looking for after a leadoff double, the strikeout, and 1 away now. And here at the plate, Boston Barrow, struggling to knock in runs in recent at-bats, hitting beneath the Mendoza line with teammates in scoring position this month. Row to first in time. Next to hit, Jose Rojas. It's been a tough stretch at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games. That one in there, and that is strike 2. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Strike 3, and that's out number 3. We'll take a break. This broadcast is sponsored by Thad's Theremin Therapy, helping you through life's challenges with the soothing sounds of theremin music. Top half of inning number 2 from Richmond. Nick LaRusso, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Sabalas takes it to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. So 2 out. Here's the center fielder, Marco Vargas. Outfield pretty shallow here. Second inning, no score thus far. Back to the mound. She's got it. Play made. That ends the inning. We move on to the 3rd inning, and now it's going to be Ronald Hernandez. The 0-1. Righty comes to the plate. Goes out looking for the strikeout. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Nobody on with 1 out. Coming up to the dish for Binghamton, DeAndre Smith. Top of the 3rd, no score. Fights that one off, will reset and do it again. Ground ball to second base. Velasquez. And there's 2 away. Back to the top of the order here. Stepping to the plate for Binghamton, Henriquez. Cracked a double the first time at bat.
Ball 1.
That was well spotted, but she couldn't get the call from the plate umpire. But she's handled. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Decides to hold on to it. And they come away without an out. And now, Wyatt Young. Struck out swinging the first time. This one lifted to center field. And that's that. Back on the hill. Offense did their part. Now let's see if she can keep this lineup at bay. On the ground, right side. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. Decides to eat it, and they don't get the out. No outs, runner at first. Next up for the Rumble Ponies, Jose Rojas. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. The tying run is aboard. And now the right fielder. The 0-1. Swing, high fly down the right field line. The relay to third, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down. One out and two on. And now the first baseman, Nick LaRusso. In this spot, she knows she has to execute. Looking for either a strike or strikes. Huge K there. LaRusso got that pitch miss, and here comes a challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. They've only got one challenge remaining. Digging in at the plate for the Rumble Ponies, Marco Vargas. With her teammates driving in a pair, she wants to make this an efficient inning so they can get back up to the plate and tack on some more runs. They're in plenty of time, ends the inning. 2 runners left. We're in the top half of the 5th, and now the switch-hitting catcher, Ronald Hernandez. Here's a pop-up as this one's sized up and makes the catch. 1 out and the bases are empty. Coming up to the dish for Binghamton, DeAndre Smith. Swing lifted to left field. And a couple of quick outs. Now at the dish, Henriquez. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-1. Out on the mound, she's been throwing lots of strikes, so the hitter might decide to be aggressive over the middle. Sure, she's got good stuff, but you can't hit it if you don't swing, and she's not missing the zone. There with plenty of time. They turn things over to the southpaw, JT Brubaker. Manager playing the percentages here by bringing in the lefty arm against a left-handed batter. Random made it through 5 innings without allowing any earned runs. She showed some good competitive fire in this win. She kept the team in a position to come out on top, and that's exactly what they did. Nice work. Joanna Random.
Right fielder, number 32, Guy Liska.
Popped up. Velasquez under it. And makes the catch. So digging in, Ralphie Velasquez. 1 for 4 with a double in the ballgame last night. 1 out and the base is empty.
Ball that's outside.
Swing, high fly ball to center field. Hill drifts towards it. Gets there. Got it. So up next, Jace Lavalette. Swing and a miss. In the air, right field, well hit. Pretty deep. That one's gone. Seemed like he might not have hit it hard enough to leave the yard, but it had just enough carry to get over his glove and out of here for a dinger. Great effort in the outfield all the same. That one finds its way through, and that keeps the inning alive. So digging in, Alex Mooney. That's in it, and it's 0-1. Puts it in the air to center. Hill under it. and makes the catch. They pick up the Rubber Ducks at the plate here in the second inning. Wilfredo Antunes now at the plate. Grounder to the left side, and that's just foul. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And quickly one away in the second inning. Bases empty, one away. Coming up to the dish for Akron, Dayan Frias. Furman moving under. And a couple of quick outs. Tyrese Turner will hit next. There's a strike. Wasn't interested in that high fastball to start. I wonder if he wants something lower. Ground ball up the middle. Picks it up. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. All set for the start of this inning. And here's the catcher, Cameron Barstow.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Inside, almost got the hitter. Hit on the ground to the right side.
Foul.
And foul ball. Swing, drive, forget it. Long home run to right. That's gotta feel good. Random, ready to go again after the leadoff homer. Time to hit the reset button. Lipscomb in the box for the second time. One ball, no strikes. This pitcher needs to get right in a hurry. She's already given up a homer, and the next hitters she'll have to face are plenty good themselves. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the home run. Ralphie Velasquez getting ready to hit. Here comes the 0-1. One out and the base is empty. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. Swing and a drive. That one's back there. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. 0-2, rocks and fires. Crushes this one to right, and you can just tell that one goodbye. It is long gone. That's a good job to adjust to the inside fastball there. He may have been hunting something on the outer half, but he kept the hands in and blasted that one out for the round tripper. Too bad. Base is empty with two out. And next, the cleanup hitter, Jonah Advincula. 1-for-1 with a single so far. On 0-1 to deliver.
Hey!
Got the batter swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Back to work. They're down, so just trying to keep it close here. That's it.
Hey!
0-1. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. Leadoff batter retired in the fourth. Nobody on with one out. Wilfredo Antunes, the next to hit. First at bat was a strikeout. That's out number 2. And now, Dayan Frias. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. And the 0-1 now. Two outs and nobody aboard. Makes contact and drives this one deep to right. And that one's off the wall. And it's a 2-out double. It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. Smoked that ball to right field, and that comes back to the swing he put on it. Clean all the way through, good mechanics. I'm sure he wishes it would have gone over the wall for a dinger, but extra bases are a nice consolation prize. Swings through that one. Struck out looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. So they turn things over to the righty. Carson Seymour, giving up a few too many hits so far this season. Random, some decent work in a shorter start. Not her best work on the mound, but she did enough to give them a shot to win, and they pulled it off. I'd look for a better effort in her next start. Joanna Random, the star of the show, getting ready. All right, ready to get this one started. Now up, Adael Amador. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
First pitch, 7:05.
And here's the 0-2. And this one right back to the mound. 1 out. Nobody on with 1 out. And now the first baseman, Chris Bryant. A big game last night. 4 hits in that one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Got the bat going too soon there. It's strike 2. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. And again on 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Quick start this evening, 2 out in the top of the first. Digging in now for the Yard Goats, Andy Perez. Popped up. Barry Cotto under this one. And makes the catch. Smell like you've just played extra innings? Time to clean off with Sudsy Susie's Body Wash. Now with the scent and flavor of cilantro.
Ball.
Top half of inning number 2 from Richmond. Late on that fastball. He must have been sitting on something off speed. And that's a strikeout looking. Leadoff batter retired here in the second. And now at the plate, Derek Bernard. Hill glides in towards the infield and makes the grab. Nobody on and 2 outs. Jared Thomas now at the plate, 0 for 4 in yesterday's loss. Looked like he misread that one out of the pitcher's hand. He pulled the trigger pretty late. I'm sure he wants another crack at it. 0-2, here's the pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out. And a nice frame on the mound, she sets him down. All set for the start of this inning. Here's the center fielder, Max Ballou. On 0-1, the delivery. Strikeout looking for the backwards K. They get the leadoff batter here in the third. Bases empty, 1 away. Now it's the right fielder, Jose Cordova. Great effort to haul it in. That's out number 2. Coming up to the dish now for Hartford, Dion Jorge. Fly ball, right field. Velasquez should have this one. Gets there, got it. 9 straight. Amador in the box now. No balls and a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Keelan sends it to first. Leadoff batter retired in the fourth. One out and the bases are empty. Next to hit for the Yard Goats, Chris Bryant. He swung early in the count, and that's been a recurring theme with this lineup. Seems like a big part of their strategy in this one. And now 2 gone. Here's the third baseman, Andy Perez. 0 for 1 so far. Cut on and missed. That's strike 1. Swing and a drive. That one's back there. And that falls out of here. That's gotta feel good. Random back to work after the long ball. Big focus test here. Fly ball to right. Cox settles underneath him and makes the catch. One hit. We're in the top half of the 5th. And now the DH, Derek Bernard. Kicks and delivers. Gets a piece, it stays 0-2. To the right side. And steps on the bag for the out. Bases empty, 1 away. Now the left fielder, Jared Thomas. 3-pitch strikeout in the last AB. Will definitely want to do better this time. Strike 2. That's a strikeout looking. First 2 batters retired in the top of the 5th. 2 away here, nobody on. And now the center fielder, Max Ballou. Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Might have a more aggressive approach this plate appearance. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2 down and nobody aboard.
Outside.
What a take with 2 strikes. Right side, hard hit. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. Last a new arm into the game, the righty, John Michael Bertrand. A shot at save number 1 this season. Random got through 5 innings and only allowed 1 earned run. I liked a lot of what we saw from her in this one. She put him in a position to win, even if they didn't do enough to support her. Joanna Random Ready to go. At the plate, the left fielder. Flushes this one to right, and you can just tell that one goodbye. It is long gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. Home run number 5 on the season. Random. Back to work after the leadoff solo shot. Jose Rodriguez stands in now and watches strike one. Big bats still on their way, and she's already served up a homer this inning. Buckle up. Swing and a miss out front that time. No throws, safe at first. 3 pitches and that AB ends in a strikeout. Might want to try and battle a bit more. Runner at first, and now the first baseman, Alex Pinellas. Sabalas. There's one. Double play. That is outstanding defense. That play looks smooth and simple, but it's anything but. Credit to them for an outstanding double play.
Hey!
On the ground to third, Sabalas. There with plenty of time, inning over. One hit. From sunken courtyards to flying buttresses, AC Hines Architecture can help with all your building needs. Use promo code HOLLY for 10% off your first project with them. Top half of inning number 2 from Richmond. Bash down the right side, but foul. Ooh, he missed a chance to do damage there. Got the batter swinging. And quickly one away in the second inning. One out and the bases are empty. And now the DH, Paul McIntosh.
That's the ball.
Normally behind the plate, but serving as the designated hitter in this game.
Hey!
Swinging a high fly ball. Sailing towards left center field. Pretty deep. And that one hops the wall. And into second with one away. That's a double. Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That one was right down the middle, and she regretted it as soon as it left her hand.
Hey!
Cade Fergus, batting with one down, takes a strike. Skies it out towards left center. Cohen has this one sized up. And makes the catch. Next up for the Fighting Phils, Caleb Ricketts. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. I think he'll be happy he took that pitch. It was looking like it would go to the outer half, but it backed up and stayed inside. Would have been a jam shot if he made contact. Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball off the ladder. On to the next inning. Now at the dish, Eric Rito. That one's in there. 0-1. In the air, out to right. One away. The left fielder, the next to hit. Picked up an RBI the last time up. Still their only run of the game so far. The 0-1.
Ball.
He must have been sitting on something off speed. And she delivers. And that one is foul. We'll try again. And the 1-2. Out to short. Collects. Gets it to first. First 2 batters gone in the top of the third. 2 away here, nobody on. Jose Rodriguez getting ready to hit. Reached on a drop third strike the first time. We're here in the top half of the third. 2 down and nobody aboard. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Gets on base and keeps it going. So digging in, Alex Pinellas hit into a double play the first time around. Swings through that one, 0-1 now. And pops it up. Random settles under this one. Gets there, got it. Welcome back to Richmond, top of the 4th inning. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, John Spikerman. Well, so far, so good for her today. But as you get to the meat of the order the second time around, that's where an outing can turn on you. Still, she's been on top of it to this point. And here's the 0-2.
Ball, that's in.
Here's a pop-up. One up, one down. Nobody on with one out. Here's the third baseman, Carson DeMartini.
Hey.
First at bat was a strikeout. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. Sabalas tosses to first. Two quick outs in the top of the fourth. And now, Paul McIntosh cracked a double the first time at bat. And it drops in for a strike. Next one's popped in the air into right. And that's that. To the bottom. We're in the top half of the fifth. And here at the plate, Cade Fergus.
Ball.
And 1-2. Fights that one off. We'll reset and do it again. 1-2 pitch. Here's the fly to center. Cohen settles underneath it and makes the catch. Caleb Ricketts now at the plate. Struck out swinging the first time. This one to right. And that is a foul ball. Lifted in the air to right center. Bravo moving under this one. Gets there. Got it. So 2 out. Eric Brito digs in now. We're in the top of the fifth inning. 2 down and nobody aboard. Got it. And it's 3 up and 3 down. Left-hander out of the bullpen, number 57. A shot at save number 1 this season. Random got through 5 innings and only allowed 1 earned run. Can't pin this loss on her at all. She put them in position to come away victorious with a good start. Joanna Random. Kevin Made, the leadoff batter, looks at ball 1. Late with the swing there. 3 straight fastballs to start this at bat. I'd expect her to go off speed here to change the pace. Got him. That's the first out. Now the third baseman, Trey Lipscomb, collected a couple of hits in yesterday's game. 1 out and the base is empty. 2 straight swings to start this AB, and he'll need to show more discipline if he doesn't want to whiff. On the ground to first. And steps on the bag for the out. Stepping up to the plate for Harrisburg, Yohandy Morales. Doing a good job lately to avoid swings and misses, working on a 5-game hitting streak. Fair ball. Makes the turn, heads for second base. Now the tag at second, and he's out trying to stretch it into a double. Bottom half of inning number 2. Digging in for the Senators, Murphy Staley. This one to right, Bravo, moving under it. 1 up, 1 down. And here's the catcher, Brady Lindsley. 0-1. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. Fly ball down the line. Snags it on the run. Bases are empty with 2 away. And now the right fielder, Abimelech Ortiz. She's really attacking the zone, so the hitter has to get more aggressive. However, she could counter with something that breaks out of the zone to draw a swing. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Coming to the dish now for Harrisburg, Corinne Pichardo. Challenge pitch right down Main Street, and she got the take, so she's ahead 0-1. Nice pitching. It's there, 1 away. Nobody on with 1 out. Now up, Sam Peterson. Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just 1 hit in the last 5 games. And it's even
That's a
up.
ball.
On the ground to third. And it stays fair. One gone, runner at first. The batter now, TJ White. Didn't play in last night's game, had a little breather. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss out in front of that. Can't be swinging at pitches that low, particularly in a double play situation like this. In the air, right field. And that's a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bash down the right side, but foul. And the pitch. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
The batter, number 7.
Back to the top of the order here.
Shortstop.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Kevin Maude.
Hey.
First at bat was a strikeout. That hits the corner. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first 2 pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. Got the strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fast. Lipscomb stands in now and watches strike 1. This pitch popped up. Under it. And makes the catch. Batter probably wants a mulligan after that swing. That one was right down the pipe. The kind of pitch hitters dream about. Porter settles under this one. And quickly 2 away. Tough way for this AB to end for the batter. He saw that one coming right down the pipe. His eyes got big, and he lost control of his swing mechanics. That pop-up should have been a laser into the gap. Ground ball to third base. Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Bottom half of the 5th, and the Senators batting.
Here. That's a ball.
Popped up. Settles underneath it. Gets there. Got it. 1 out and the bases are empty. Stepping up to the plate for Harrisburg, Abimel Ortiz. Love how she's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing at the first good strike they see. Set down on strikes. 2 quick outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That was in a hittable location, but he got caught looking at it. Might want that one back. So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Kervin Pichardo. 0-2, rocks and fires. Gets a piece, stays alive. Two outs and nobody aboard. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Furman under this one. And makes the catch. Continues to...
Pitching for Richmond.
Righty reliever out the pen, Matt Gage. He's a fierce competitor when he takes the hill. Not a big strikeout pitcher, though. Random made it through 5 innings without allowing any earned runs. I liked a lot of what we saw from her in this one. She put them in a position to win, and they took advantage. Joanna Random is getting ready. She not... At the belt, kicks and delivers. Now here's the 0-2. Gets him looking. 1 gone, bottom half of the 1st. Not a perfectly spotted fastball with 2 strikes, but got away with it. The hitter might have been expecting something closer to the edge of the zone and simply couldn't adjust in time. To the right side, handles the chance. And 2 away now. Behiva Aloy, the next to hit. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. Turned on, but that's foul down the third base line. That one finds the zone. Rapid-fire work on the mound. She's keeping these batters on their toes.
Ball,
Little
that's
bit
down.
low. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. That keeps the inning going. It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get a hit. Out in front a bit on that fastball, and as a result, he pulled it foul.
That's too high.
He needs to stay back and think up the middle. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. They strand. Bottom half of the second. Stepping in, Judd Fabian.
High.
Gets a piece, it stays 0-2. Swings and misses. And quickly one away in the second inning. Bases empty, one away. Coming up to the dish for Chesapeake, Douglas Hodo. No score here in the second inning. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Off the mark there. Now 1-2. So she got ahead 0-2, but way off the mark with the heater. At the plate, he sees that the pitcher wants to use the fastball to punch him out. He needs to be ready and not get beat. And a swing and a miss. Already 2 gone in the home half of the second inning. Tavian Josenberger now at the plate. The 0-1. Got him looking. Nice job out there as she gets him 1-2-3. Bottom of the inning, stepping to the plate for Chesapeake, Willie Vasquez. And here's the 0-2. That's a strikeout looking. They get the leadoff batter here in the third. That was in a hittable location, but he got caught looking at it. Might want that one back. He thought that was a ball, and he'll challenge. On the ground, right side. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the order here. And here is Reed Trimble. No hits in the shutout last night. It's through for a hit. Gets on base and keeps it going. And now at the plate, Ryan Noda. 0 for 1 so far. Grounder left side, and it goes just foul. That one is foul. We'll see another. 0-2, rocks and fires. Puts this one in the air down the line. That is the inning. If you're looking for a new scent that makes you think of the ballpark, turn to Sudsy Susie's Body Wash. New options include fresh cut grass, pine tar, and hot dog water. Back here in Bowie, bottom of the fourth. And 1-2. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Got the batter looking for the K. Picks up the 7th strikeout of the ball game. 1 out and the bases are empty. Next up for the Baysox, T.T. Bowens. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one in the air to right. Davidson under it. Gets there. Got it. Here's the center fielder, Judd Fabian. 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time. Love how she's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing.
Pitching for Richmond.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Zwack. A shot at save number 1 this season. Random didn't make it through 5, but no earned runs against. Not the most dominant effort on the mound, but she strung together some good innings and kept them in the ballgame. She held up her end of the bargain. Joanna Random, a rising star, continues her. Stepping to the plate now for Portland, Mickey Gasper. And this one off and running. Fights it off, we'll see another. 0-2, here's the pitch. Righty comes to the plate. Got the batter looking for the K. Frozen with the heater at the knees. Matt Frazier getting ready to hit. 1 out and the base is empty. This one lifted in the air, left field. Bravo. Under it. Gets there. Got it. Digging in at the dish for the Sea Dogs, Tyler Miller. He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs and nobody aboard. On the ground to the left. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. The Sea Dogs at the plate here in the 2nd inning. And the delivery. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Leadoff batter retired here in the 2nd. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler McDonough. That one finds the zone. Grounder to 2nd. Gloves it. And now 2 down. Nobody on and 2 outs. Coming up to the dish for Portland, Nellie Taylor. Got the batter swinging. And a nice frame on the mound. She sets him down. All set for the start of this inning. And now, Max Ferguson. Foul ball there. Out to center. Hill settles underneath it. And a quick out, number 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Stepping to the plate now for Portland, Stanley Tucker. Out to center. And there's 2 down. And now at the plate, Mikey Romero. We're here in the top half of the 3rd. 2 down and nobody aboard. He didn't like either of the first 2 he saw, and now he has to battle down 0-2. Sharp grounder into the outfield for a hit. That keeps the inning going. Great job on the 0-2 count. Clearly recognized the pitch early out of the hand and gave it a strong, balanced cut. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on first. Delay goes 5'11", 200 pounds. And he was drafted in the 4th round. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 runner left. Have you got problems with polecats? Are you fussing with ferrets? Do stoats have you stumped? Then you ought to call Ralph's Weasel Emporium, the experts for all your vermin needs. Welcome back to Richmond, top of the 4th inning. 1 out and the bases are empty. Digging in at the dish for the Sea Dogs, Tyler Miller. Grounds this one up the middle. Picks it up. On the run. Throw to first.
He's out.
Very nicely done for the out. Nick Sogard digs in now. Struck out swinging the first time. Out on the mound, she's been throwing lots of strikes, so the hitter might decide to be aggressive over the middle. Sure, she's got good stuff, but you can't hit it if you don't swing, and she's not missing the zone. And that drops in for a strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swings through it for the strikeout. And it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. We're ready for the 5th inning. Digging in, the switch-hitting outfielder, Tyler McDonough. Oh, that got away, and the batter reaches on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. And now the center fielder, Nellie Taylor. Next to bat for the Sea Dogs, Max Ferguson. Swing and a high fly to left. And that's that. You're back here at the ballpark. Start of the sixth. Ben Gelman bringing you this one. And leading off, Stanley Tucker. She's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes, so the hitters need to be ready to swing early. It may not drive up the pitch count too much, but you know you'll have a shot to do damage. Fly ball left field. One down. Coming up to the dish for Portland, Mikey Romero. Picked up a base hit to center the first time.
Off the plate, ball one.
One out and the base is empty. Swing lifted to left field. Bravo under it. And makes the catch. So up next, Jason DeLay. Rounded out the first time. Swing and a pop-up. Under it. Gets there. Got it. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Reggie Crawford. He's certainly done a really good job to keep the ball in the park this season. Limiting homers is never a bad thing. Random fired 6 shutout innings on the hill. Can't pin this loss on her at all. She put them in position to come away victorious with a good start. Joanna Random will bash down the right side, but foul. It's a comebacker to the mound. There's one down. Nobody on with one out. Jace Lavalette will hit next. 2 hits in 4 at-bats during yesterday's ball game. Bash down the right side, but foul. That fastball was very hittable, but the swing just a touch too early. Pitcher needs to adjust. Swings through it for the strikeout. Home first moving quickly tonight, 2 away. Stepping to the plate for Akron, Jonah Advincula takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. We go on to the bottom of the second. Coming up to the dish for Akron, Juan Benjamin. Looking to rebound today, put up an 0 for 4 last night. Oh and 2, and the delivery. This one popped up in foul ground on the first base side. And a quick out, number 1. That was the one he wanted, but a little early on the swing. When that happens, if your front side flies open, you're likely to get too far under it like he did there. Wouldn't you like to pay less at the dentist? At Sadie Martin's Dental, they're saving you money by never using anesthetic. Set up your first visit and feel the difference for yourself. One out and the base is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Struck out swinging. Already 2 gone in the home half of the second inning. And now the center fielder, Wilfredo Antunes, had the day off yesterday. And
that ball went
outside. And 1-1 now. Pop-up foul on the right side. And that is out number 3. We've played 2. As we go to the last of the third, here's the catcher, Cameron Barkstad. This one ripped but foul to the right. Cutter in from the opposite-handed pitcher is so nasty. She's trying to saw the batter off. This one in the air to right. One up, one down. Bases empty, one away. Digging in for the Rubber Ducks, number 23 to the right side. Takes it to the bag alone. 2 straight retired to begin the bottom of the third. The second baseman getting ready to hit. The 0-1. Belt kicks and delivers. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Nice job out there as she gets him. Welcome back. The Rubber Ducks at the dish here in the bottom of the fourth.
Ball 1. Hey!
One, two now. Swing and a miss. One gone leading off the fourth.
Now batting.
One out and the bases are empty. At the plate, Jace Lavalette. Went down on strikes the first time through. Out on the mound, she's been throwing lots of strikes, so the hitter might decide to be aggressive over the middle. Sure, she's got good stuff, but you can't hit it if you don't swing, and she's not missing the zone. Next is the designated hitter, Jonah Advincula. 3 hits in the loss last night. The 0-1. With 2 straight strikes on the inner half of the plate, that leaves the batter vulnerable away. Maybe something off speed. There with plenty of time, inning over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now, Juan Benjamin. High in the air, out to right. And there's one down. Next up for the Rubber Ducks, Diane Frias. 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time. This lineup's doing the pitcher a favor swinging so early in there at bats. Might want to be a bit more patient, drive up that pitch count. And there's 2 down. Wilfredo Antunes, the next to hit. Popped out the first time. Home team down by 1. Bottom half of the 5th. Swing lifts it to shallow left field. And that's the end of the inning. So 5 perfect innings. Home half of the 6th. Now, Cameron Barstad. With all these first pitch strikes, she's clearly not afraid of contact. Has some trouble with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this one. Random, trying to find her groove again. Leadoff hitter aboard, no out. The first baseman swings through it for strike 1. The hitters in this lineup have been aggressive early in the Keelan. The toss to second. That is a terrific double play. That play looked smooth and simple, but it's anything but. Credit to them for an outstanding double play. Struck out swinging the first time. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. Ground ball to third base. Slings to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We're back, and a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Random fired 6 shutout innings on the hill. I liked a lot of what we saw from her in this one. She put them in a position to win, and they took advantage.